Here's my audience. Hi, my name is Shelby Johnson. According to the Vegan Society, we kill between 1 and 2.8 trillion fish every year. That is 143 to 400 times the amount of the entire human population. That's also only including fish, not to mention all the other animals that we kill like cows, chickens, pigs, and much more. This is one reason why people become vegetarians, to protect animal rights, but it's not the only reason. There's so much more to vegetarianism that we can all learn about and that can help us understand what it is and why people do it. So I began my in-depth research to learn more about it and to be able to educate you all on this topic. I chose this topic because I've always been interested in becoming a vegetarian and wanted to learn more about it and the history about it and the benefits of it. In today's society, more people are turning to vegetarianism to help animals, the environment, and their health, and we can all learn about more to help improve these things. In this speech, I will be discussing the history of vegetarianism, how it came about, and the animal rights side of why people do it, and also the innovations and environmental side. So let's begin with the history of vegetarianism and how it developed over time. Humans have been vegetarian since before human recorded history. Most anthropologists agree that humans would have eaten a plant-based diet since plants can't run away. Also, our digestive system resembled those of herbivores than carnivorous animals. The ancient Greek philosopher Pythagoras also was celebrated as the father of vegetarianism. Him and his followers practiced vegetarianism for many reasons. He believed all living beings had souls. After his death, his followers continued to live a meatless life, and his principles influenced generations of academic and religious thinkers. It was a group of these thinkers that founded the Vegetarian Society in England in the mid-1800s that created the vegetarianism growth. Now that we've talked about the history of vegetarianism, let's talk about the reasons why people become vegetarian for animal rights and the treatment that they receive. According to the Center of Media, the amount that animals killed every day are 3 million. An example of these are that male calves are no use for the dairy industry, and they're less wanted for the beef industry, so about 90,000 of them are killed right after birth. And another example is that sharks kill 12 people per year, but people kill about 11,414 sharks per hour. Animals aren't just being killed too, they're also being abused. A free-range egg farmer can legally house 16,000 birds in one building, meaning 9 birds per square meter per space. So these free-range hens leave out their entire space in an overcrowded farming unit. Every year, around 4 million newborn lambs die in the beginning of their newborn birth due to malnutrition, disease, and cold weather. Many people become vegetarian to stop this abuse. Now let's talk about the innovations and environmental reasons that people become vegetarian. Vegetarianism has been growing and there's been a lot of support for it. America's largest meat producer, Tyson Foods, invested in the vegan brand Beyond Meat. Many ice cream brands are offering vegan ice cream. McDonald's is also offering a vegan Happy Meal. In 2018, there was an Oxford study found that avoiding meat and dairy is the simple biggest way to reduce your impact on Earth, as animal farming provides just 18% of calories and takes over 83% of our farmland. Animal agriculture is also responsible for up to 90% of Amazon rainforest destruction. And 82% of starving children live in countries where food is fed to animals, and then those animals are fed to Western people, where those starving children could be eating the food fed to those animals. Now let's take a look at some of these demographics. In this first one, it shows how much water is needed to produce 1 kilogram of food, and the water is in liters. The first one is 6,443 liters to produce 1 kilogram of beef. Compared to tofu, it only takes 419 kilograms. Now let's take a look at this one. It says, if you eat a plant-based diet in one day, you could save 1,100 gallons of water, 45 pounds of grain, 30 square feet of forest, 10 pounds of carbon dioxide, and one animal. To summarize, overall, vegetarianism has been around since the very beginning of humankind. People became vegetarians for many reasons, whether it is for health or they want to protect animal rights. Today we learned about the effects that eating animals have on animals and the abuse that they go through. We also learned about the innovations that are helping over the world, giving people new options instead of eating meat. We also learned about the environmental effects that it has on eating meat and how vegetarians can help save the earth. Overall, learning this information helped open my eyes to why people partake in vegetarianism and helped me to understand more about this topic. Whether you eat meat or not, it's important that we understand why other people choose not to. Thank you for listening. Here is my audience.